Now come to the second rule. The second rule states that the outermost or the valence shell cannot have more than 18 electrons. As soon as the outermost shell attains 8 electrons, a new shell is formed and electrons start getting filled in the next shell. For example, suppose we have fluorine, an atom of fluorine which contains 9 electrons. Now what is the electronic configuration? The K shell will have 2 electrons because it can accommodate maximum of 2 electrons, and the remaining 7 it gets filled in the next L shell. For example, sodium, it contains total of 11 electrons, so 2 get filled in the K shell, remaining 8 in the H shell. It has still one more electron which goes to the M shell. Potassium, 19, the electronic configuration will be 2, 8, 8 and 1. L shell will have 1 electron. Is it okay? Now we will draw the orbit diagram of certain atoms. I will do 1 or 2 for you and the rest you have to do on your own. Suppose we have carbon, 6 electrons. Now unless the mass number is specified, what is mass number I will tell you just now. Unless the mass number is specified, you mention only the number of protons. So this is the K shell containing 2 electrons. So represent the electrons either by a dot, solid dot or a cross as per your wish. So electronic configuration is 2, 4. So the valence shell or the L shell contains 4 electrons. Similarly, suppose calcium, 20. Now protons, 20. It has 4 shells, 2, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. M shell also has 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the valence shell N contains 2 electrons. So K, L, M, N. Electronic configuration 2, 8, 8, 2. That is how you will proceed. Next, let us study what is atomic number, which is represented as Z. Now atomic number is the number of protons which is also equal to the number of electrons present in an atom. Since an atom is neutral, the number of protons is equal to the number of electrons. Now this is written as subscript. Suppose calcium, 20. What does it mean? Atomic number is 20. It means number of electrons is equal to 20. So number of protons is also equal to 20. Now let us study what is mass number. It is represented as capital Z. Mass number is the sum of protons and neutrons. The sum of protons and neutrons present in the nucleus of an atom. Or the sum of protons plus neutrons. And this is represented, this is the nuclear. Suppose X is the symbol of an element. In the subscript we write atomic number and the mass number is written as the superscript. Suppose the nuclide of oxygen will be 8, 16, where what does this represent? Number of electrons is 8, number of protons is also 8, number of neutrons is 16 minus 8, that is 8. Suppose we have carbon, 6, 12, electrons 6, protons 6, neutrons 6. That is how you calculate. You might be given the formulas or nucleides and you have to calculate or fill the table. Now let us study what are isotopes. Isotopes are atoms of an element having different mass number. Of an element, it indicates it has the same atomic number. For example, we have carbon existing as 3 isotopes, 612, 613 and 614. Now they are these three types of atoms, they have same atomic number, or they belong to the same an element. It belongs to an element carbon. But what do they differ in? In the number of neutrons. So they are called isotopes. Number of electrons is 6. Here also 6. In this case also 6. Number of protons is 6. It has to be 6. But the number of neutrons, in this case it is 6. 12 minus 6, that is 6. In this case it is 7, and in this case it is 8. Similarly, hydrogen also exists as 3 isotopes, H11, H12 and H13. This is called a protium, TiUm. This is called a deuterium, and this is called a tritium. Here electrons 1, 1, 1 in all the three cases. Protons 1, 1, 1. It has to be because they are the atoms of the same element. Neutrons, here it is 0. No neutrons in protium. In deuterium it has 1 neutron, and tritium has 2 neutrons. So these three are called isotopes of hydrogen. Next we'll study about isobars. Now isobars are atoms of different elements having same mass number. Now when I say they are atoms of different elements, it is understood that they will have different atomic numbers. For example, nitrogen 714 and carbon 614. These two are atoms of different elements, but what are they similar in? The number of, or the mass number. They have same mass number, so they are called isobars. Another example, suppose argon 1840, calcium 2040. These two are also called isobars. Clear? Now, what is atomic mass? We all know that an atomic mass is a relative value. It is the number of times one atom of an element is heavier than 1/12 of the mass of a carbon-12 atom. Now, can atomic mass be fractional? Now, many children, they confuse between atomic mass and mass number. Please be careful. Now, can atomic number be fractional? Yes, it can be fractional. Now, atomic mass, it is the ratio of the mass of the average of all the isotopes of an element to the mass of 1/12 of a carbon-12 atom. I repeat, atomic mass is the ratio of the mass of the average of all isotopes of an element to the mass of 1/12 of carbon-12 atom. Now, for example, chlorine exists as 2 isotopes, chlorine 35 and chlorine 37. Now, these isotopes exist in the ratio 3:1. That means for every 4 chlorine atoms, 3 will have mass number 35 and 1 will have mass number 37. Hence, the mass of one atom of chlorine, or the mass number, is the average of these isotopes. So, how do we calculate? 35 into 3 plus 37 into 1 divided by 4. That comes to 142 by 4, which is equal to 35.5. Now, that is the atomic mass of chlorine. So, we'll stop here, and in the next video, I will teach about the chemical bonding. Thank you.